Harry, that leads us so well into the next question, which just says that a part of our spiritual growth plan is integrating people, which can be the hardest, scariest thing because it's hard to trust. And sometimes that looks like a disclosure process, whether that's to our spouse, to children, to family members. And just as a counselor here at Pure Desire, we'd love to ask you, why is disclosure such an important facet to our recovery?
In our what Michael Dye calls protective personalities. Uh, Protective personalities are actually what you learned emotionally in your attachment style in that first year of your life to self-protect, based primarily on how much nurturing you received as a child. And each of those categories I just mentioned a few minutes ago are based on either the lack of nurturing or the amount of nurturing you received that first year of your life. And trusting is it is so key to what we do, but it begins with our being able to admit that when we are in control of our lives, bad things happen.
Mm.
It's our learning to live with the guidance and leadership of the Holy Spirit. And that may be too religious for some who are listening today, but it is that God reaches out to you, and his promise is that he's going to guide and lead you into all truth. The battle is that when men and women come into Pure Desire, they are preoccupied with their circumstances, and they are trying to cope with these circumstances, which is really the wall. But in their minds, it's a circumstance, and they're trying to use old coping strategies that, instead of helping you as it did in your youth, it now today sabotages your adult
Mm-hmm.
relationships, the most important relationships, your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your children, your relationship with the communities that you live. Because if all they see is the mask, then they experience not being valued as the people they actually
Mm-hmm.
are.
Yeah.
And it's in our small groups where we have a safe place to learn to be transparent and open, and then begin to take that practice home to the families,
Yeah.
is so critical for us. But it's in trusting God instead of trusting how we interpret circumstances. And that's the biggest obstacle of all, because we don't like to believe, as First Corinthians 13:12 says, that we see dimly,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but all of us see dimly. And we need to recognize that God has a way out for us, a way through the problem.
Yeah.
I thought when I came to Pure Desire 31 years ago as a fallen pastor, I thought my life was over, that I would be sleeping under bridges, that I would be going from rescue mission to rescue mission, because I didn't know what a pastor could do when he's no longer a pastor. My identity was in being a pastor. And it was only after I crawled over the wall, very slowly, by the way, when I crawled over that wall and began my healing journey, that I rediscovered that God had been with me the whole
Come on.
time, that he had been setting up situations and circumstances that I thought were dark and painful to lead me to a healthy place. In fact, when my sin was exposed, my addiction was exposed, one of my mentors said to me, Harry, you're in a hellish place right now, and you haven't been in such a good place in a long time.
That sounds oddly familiar. Like I've read that in the 7 Pillars of Freedom workbook
kidding.
500 or 600 times. But it's so true. It's that place of brokenness that often finally gives us the courage to be real. And that's what's needed. I go back to what you said earlier about isolation. Isolation has become that place of comfort where we think falsely, but we think we're safe. And it just reminds me every time of Genesis 3. It's the covering up with the fig leaves. It's hiding behind the bushes and thinking, I can't be seen, I can't be known. But God is the gracious Father that walks in and invites us to be seen and to find out that place is not terrifying or horrible, but it's a place we encounter Him. And so the goal here is moving in our spiritual growth plan is really continue to come out of that place of isolation and hiding and live in a place of being known by God and others, and without disclosure, without being real with our spouse, being real with our kids about the journey we're on, being real with, a circle of friends, our small group. And that doesn't mean, I say this all the time, it doesn't mean everybody needs to know everything all the time. We don't just have to live, this wide open public lifestyle, but with the people that are close to us. Yeah. Being real, being known is what creates that new normal, that new way of life that I think perpetuates spiritual growth because we're not living in hiding. So important that we come to those places, and it can be incredibly painful and it can take us time. And I think we're constantly battling that old voice that says, no, just hide, just isolate. It's safer over here. And in wisdom, we have to say, you know what? I'm not healthy over there. I'm not a better version of me. It gets much, much worse. I'm going to stay in this place of being known because that's where life is at and that's where growth is at.
So Nick, for people just listening who have not they're just being exposed to our work at Pure Desire, I would want to define isolation. And isolation is when we are trying to run away from some circumstance in our life. And in the counseling that I do, I always teach the addictive folks who come that with those addictive personalities. I teach them the difference between solitude and isolation. I will support somebody in solitude 24/7 because in solitude, I'm facing my life.
Yeah.
I'm developing my relationship with Christ. I'm learning more about myself and how to interact with my family members and the other significant people in my life, which will eventually include our small groups at Pure Desire or even our counselors. But we are learning how to live in community, even in solitude, where isolation is saying, I'm running away from parts of my life because it's overwhelming to me. And I try to escape, but that's where that escaping is where we sabotage our relationships.